First impressions are made in 7 seconds. 7 seconds. And if you're a beginning Twitch streamer, you do not likely have the visibility for somebody to find you a second time. So we need to maximize your first impression. And I could have went with internet personality on the second video. I could have went with blend of chat on this. I truly think that a first impression is put out there by the quality of your stream. Okay, so our second video today is going to be on quality of stream. If you didn't see the first video, it's on getting people to your channel, visibility, the visibility of your channel on Twitch. Once people are finding your channel, how do we make a good first impression? Okay, and I truly think, again, quality of stream. Now, quality of stream comes from two places. It's the quality of your audio and the quality of your video. Now, there are plenty of YouTube podcasts out there that say audio is more important than video. People would much rather watch something that sounds good and is pretty good quality video than something that looks immaculate and just sounds absolutely terrible. Right? Thinking about watching these Twitch videos or YouTube videos or whatnot out there, you would rather watch something that is pretty good quality, 720p, and the streamer has really good audio. It sounds really good, and you're just, you're really connecting with the person that you're hearing, and but when the person's audio is just nails on a chalkboard, it's hard to stick around. Okay, so invest in a decent microphone. I'm not saying go get a $250,000 microphone. No, invest in something mid-range, especially as a beginning streamer. I personally got a Blue Yeti. This is not sponsored by Blue Yeti in any way. This is just something that, I would recommend. I really, truly do enjoy this microphone. It sounds good. But I mean, with a couple of added filters onto Streamlabs OBS, and which I will show you here in a second, you can get this thing sounding really, really good, right? You can get this thing sounding really good. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show you here in exploring the upgrade of quality in your audio is getting a good mic, but then let's look at some of the audio filters that I run. Okay, so you can see first here before we even get started, notice that, and I'm going to get rid of this so that I'm not distracted. Notice that my microphone never ever goes above, the middle of the yellow bar. Okay, this is extremely important. The red line, you could blow speakers. You're just too loud for your audience. Okay, but this mid yellow right here is where YouTube and where a lot of audio experts say that that's where you want your audio to be at. Now I have mine setting to peak out a little bit lower. I do that because I sometimes get loud as hell on stream when a big play is happening, and I just like freak out, or I'm calling out people. I get excited, right? So I have mine set to be a little bit lower, but they say that you want it mid-range, right there, mid-yellow. Okay, some of the audio filters that I have on my microphone that makes it sound better, and I will explain each one of them. Okay, I'm going to click the gear here. I'm going to go to filters. Okay, and once you go to filters, if you click this plus, you'll add filters. I have 3 of them set up. Noise suppression is just it turns down your microphone a little bit. Now I have this set, and then this is my fine-tuning thing, but I just set mine to -5. You could turn it way down, and you could see obviously that it's going to suppress some of the noise that is coming from all the outside sources and whatnot. But I keep mine right at like -5. Okay, but this is the one that I know a lot about, the noise gate. Okay, the noise gate is essentially, it keeps noises that are outside of you. There's a certain threshold in which it will close. So anything under -33 decibels, maybe my wife is off to the side or in a back room and she sneezes, right? This noise gate is going to catch or not activate. My microphone will not activate with that subtle sound. And maybe my kid's in the background and he's giggling or playing or whatnot. My microphone will not activate to that sound. Now, attack time and all that stuff, this is how quickly the microphone will register this noise gate and keep that sound from not a big deal, but I would keep this relatively low. Go listen to a couple of YouTube videos on experts that explain this, because I'm doing it not really the best job. But however, I know that noise gate keeps like extra sounds from around you from showing up in your stream, and that's extremely important. Okay, compressor is another one that essentially, when your microphone is activating, the compressor keeps you from getting too high and too low. And you'll notice that I could sit here and literally scream my lungs out into this microphone, and my mic should not register above a certain point. It doesn't matter how loud I get. Notice that my microphone, this compressor, it takes that really high noise and it compresses it back down to it right in that middle range. And vice versa, if I'm going to speak quietly to you, it still takes that low sound and it tries to add to it, right? And so it's compressor. Essentially what it does is it compresses the sound, the highs, it brings it back down to this mid-range, and the lows, it tries to pick it up back into that mid-range. Again, these three are, I found these from some settings experts on YouTube. You could literally Google audio on YouTube and find it. But if you're wanting to use my settings and just kind of like adjust based on here, you're more than welcome to. I'll show those really quickly and then we'll keep moving on. I know this video is getting long. However, quality of stream, your first impression. If you're finding value in this video, make sure you hit the like button for me, and let's keep moving here. Let's go look at some video things that I use. Okay, I'm going to switch this back over to here, and one of the websites that I use, you've all been to that stream in which you go and everything is fucking pixelated and it drives you absolutely crazy. Okay, so that comes from a couple of things, but the main thing, if I'm looking at it here, it's a combination of upload speed and a combination of bitrate. Now you can find your bitrate back in the video settings or the output settings of Streamlabs OBS. If you're wanting help with that, we can definitely go take a look at it. But a website that I use as a guide is stream.twitch.tv/encoding. And there's a couple of things before we get started here, analyzing upload speed and bit rate and whatnot. Okay, if I'm streaming a demanding game, I personally do not set a demanding game like Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone or anything like that above 720p 60 frames per second. Now I could, if I had some like very, very high-end internet and I was, you know, a Twitch partner and they were allowing me to put this thing at 6,000 bit rate. But however, not being Twitch partner and all that stuff, they basically say, you know, try to keep it below 6,000. And so I like to stream the demanding games at 720p, and it will keep your stream still clean and flowing really good. But the higher level games, the like games like turn-based games, like, I don't know, Teamfight Tactics or stuff like that, maybe League of Legends. I know that's not turn-based, but League of Legends, where there's not a extensive amount of visual or graphics like card usage or you know, whatnot, you might be able to get away with a 1080p at 30 frames per second. Notice that these two use about the same exact bit rate. Okay, so to get better video quality, you need a higher upload internet speed. Download doesn't really matter. Okay, you are uploading your content to a streaming platform, okay? And so you need a higher upload speed. Mine as a benchmark is only 20 megabytes per second. Only. There are people out there that have a lot more than that. But usually with 20 megabytes per second, I like to set my bitrate right at 4,500. And 4,500 gives me a nice clean picture. I usually stream Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and you're gonna have to test these settings. I would build a second, or I would create a second Twitch account. I would test some bitrate settings. I would run some upload speeds on speedtest.net and test some combinations of bitrate and test some combinations of like some output strategies to your actual second account that is not connected to your main audience. Obviously, you're not going to want to test things with your main audience. You want to put on a show with your main audience, right? So a second account is extremely important. But some things that if you've ever been to that channel in which things are extremely pixelated, or things are very framey and they're lagging very, very, like, I don't know, you're getting like screenshots of the gameplay, that's likely an upload speed or a bitrate problem. So I would test out, and I would use this guide here, stream.twitch.tv. We're going to keep it moving here really quickly. Another thing, I would invest in a decent webcam. Don't invest in a cheapo webcam. And I'm not saying go out and buy a 4K like DSLR if you're a beginning streamer. It's not what you need, right? I would go and get the industry standard, a C920, a C922 from Logitech, and just spend the $50 to get a webcam on your stream. It will honestly, it will change your stream to go from, you know, just something so basic and simple, just some gameplay, to the actual audience connecting with the person that they are watching. Okay, so those are just some small tips in which I would, you know, use to upgrade your video quality. And if you're getting any sort of value from this, smash the like button for me. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Consider subscribing to the channel. I would love the opportunity to entertain you if this is your first time meeting me. I would love the opportunity to assist you in your growth on Twitch. Any way possible. All socials down below if you're ever having any questions or anything like that. If it's not something I can answer, maybe I got a guy that can answer it. If not, we'll do our research and we'll figure it out. But again, quality, first impression, I think it's one of the most important things out there. Again, thank you for the opportunity to allow me to help you grow, and we'll be seeing you for the next one.